This is our 2021 UST Class Medical Zoom. A happy and healthy new year to each and every one.
Come, O Holy Spirit, fill our hearts and minds with your gift of understanding so that we may continue to trust God's wisdom in allowing the COVID-19 pandemic to continue inflicting sufferings and death in the whole world. Our Father, you who is in heaven, we humbly ask your mercy to shorten the duration of the current pandemic. Also, we humbly ask you, our Father, to give comfort, serenity, cheerfulness, and hope to Manny Datiles and other sick members of the Class 74 and their families as well. We ask these petitions through Jesus Christ, through the intercession of the Blessed Virgin Mary and Saint Joseph and all the angels and saints in heaven. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
As we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into
Temptation,
temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Hail Mary, full of grace, Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us
Pray for us
sinners,
now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, to the Holy Spirit.
as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
In the name of the Father, and Son, the Holy Spirit, amen.
Amen.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank Del and Rose during my freak accident at the Tanay Resorts. They brought me there. I recovered very well too. Part of our program is Dante, who will give us a self-analysis of his creative outburst of creativity for doing our e-cards.
So I'll focus more on how I came up with the theme and the process of getting ideas to make the e-cards. All of us are quite creative, as you all know. It's just a question of exploring our potential. So being creative is the ability to come up with new and useful ideas in any areas of interest. I'll be focusing on art only because of the e-cards context. A creative art helps us focus our mind. It's almost like a meditation because of its calming effects to our mind and body. Creativity also reduces anxiety, depression, and stress generally, but to some extent, it also helps process any trauma, which I can actually relate. So this presentation is almost like a self-reflection, self-awareness, and a way of expression of art from my early childhood until this time. Since I'm one of the celebrants, I guess you could give me that opportunity. Now, the BC Deer, Beta, Chito, ST, Rose, and myself have been quite collaborative in making all these e-cards. So my influences dating back from early childhood, you probably know I was born in Batangas. My parents are both high school graduate. They're very hardworking, and they own a business. My mom particularly was into glassware and gift shop. And so I realized that she was quite creative herself. Looking back when I did this presentation, she was very good in colors. She did all the display in the shops and then quite good with it, almost instinctively. My dad, on the other hand, was more the labor part of the business, but I realized that he was also very good in some aspect as far as creativity in art. What struck me with my dad is his penmanship. I actually like his penmanship because I've always wanted to write the way he did because of the symmetry and the stroke. And I actually realized that I was trying to imitate his signature. I learned it to the point that I actually mastered it. And I remember as in elementary or even in high school, I was signing the school card for my siblings and it went through okay. The teachers accepted it. I was signing the permit. And there was a time that I even was signing checks for my dad on his behalf, and it went through easily without any problem. So I actually was so good in duplicating his signature, and I always appreciated that. Now in high school, my parents separated. My dad went to Naga, and he went with my oldest sister and brother, and we were left with my mom in Batangas. Eventually they reconciled, of course, because from 8 siblings we became 9, so there's another child born in Naga. Now when I was in elementary, high school, I was exposed to jewelry and painting by numbers, because my uncle in Naga owned jewelry store, and I became fascinated with gems and all this stuff that they sell. Medicine was quite quiet because basically we were buried in books, and the only thing I had in mind was to pass the course anyway. I left Philippines. I was a resident in medicine, extern at the UST, work with Mila Estrada during and work in the private hospital and the charity hospital. But for some reason, Joseph and his group, that would be Lito, Emil, Noli, they picked me up, and we went for an interview at the Clark Airways, and I got accepted. So that's the end of my UST years. I spent time in Clark, and that was Tony was also there, Tony Buson, in surgery. I was in internal medicine. I left the Philippines for Saudi Arabia in 77. And then different exposures as far as art happened. I became a collector of Persian rugs. When I was in Riyadh, I learned how to name Persian rugs based on where it's coming from. And I was interested in all the design. And really, it became so easy for me to recognize it, and I really liked it. When I left Riyadh, I was in Edinburgh and UK, and it was easy to access Europe. The only way I cope with the weekends and stuff that I need to separate from work is going to galleries. And you probably know in London, there were at least 50 galleries that are free. So you can literally go there and learn more about art. When I moved to Canada, the same thing. The exposure is more the Aboriginal art, and of course the famous group of 7 who started the Canadian way of painting landscape. And I won't be specific about the trauma, but I went through that quite a bit, and I don't think I ever recovered with my accident in Saudi, where I was coded. I was in ICU for 6 weeks, I think. I took VQE in Jordan. I was with some Lebanese, Egyptian, and Middle Eastern residents. But when we crossed Jordan, we were treated so badly to the point that we were 8 hours in the border. They have to literally remove everything in the car, and it was so traumatic just to take a VQE exam in Jordan. In 2005, I think I was in King's Cross Station when it was bombed. And then, of course, some family trauma when my sister and her husband were killed in Naga or in Bicol. And for some reason, the trauma affected the family in general. And it was not easy for me to handle it too. That somehow I think my interest in the art helped me cope over the years. Good news, by the way, this baby is Iñaki Miguel. Uh, he was born just 10 days ago, so last week. And the big picture is about 5 days old. He's the new baby of my niece, first baby who was born in Cardinal Santos. Beautiful baby, and I was so excited to get this picture, and that's the reason I wanted to share it to the group. First baby of Christine, my niece who lives in Quezon City. Now, just quick picture about some of my rag collection. This is my small condo in Toronto, and the picture above the TV is actually a picture I bought at the Trump Tower, Vilma. It's actually one of the gallery. It was original by a Chinese artist, Ji Cheng, which is called Celebration. On the right is just a list of Tom Thompson painting, which is more Canadian, and it was a celebration of his death anniversary. Uh, that after he died in 1917, and then they produced a whole package of painting by him, which I decided to get a few years ago. This is the one, the celebration piece that I got from Trump Tower, and it's a bit wild, but it's quite good. It's too bad because of the reflection. It was not well appreciated. Now, in one of my trips in UK, Tate Gallery, there was this painting that I really appreciated. It's done by Frank Bramley, 1888, and it's full of affect. The picture on the left is the copy of the original. It's about a woman who's kneeling and being comforted by the mother-in-law because of the loss of the son in the sea. And if you notice, at the back of the window is a stormy weather, but on the side of the table, there is an open Bible, and it's quite a good picture because even though the son hasn't returned, it's almost hopeful because of the spiritual message of the picture. And I saw this at Tate Gallery. I really loved it. And then for some reason, the right side is a picture I have of the same picture, which I got in an auction in Victoria. And I got it in an auction. It was very black. It was really ugly. And I bid for it because I just loved it. And I was lucky to have it cleaned. And it's one of the best painting I really appreciate. And it's called Hopeless Dawn, A Hopeless Dawn. Now, this is a typical Canadian painting, which is more the style of Tom Thompson, which is more, they say it's a spiritual way of expressing the forest and landscape in Canada. And the other side is the collection I have. I have one original A.Y. Jackson. He's an artist in 1930. I'm hoping if I can have this appraised, I'll be able to use the money for our investors group, and I may have something to start with, and hopefully I'll get some money. This is the famous Last Emperor, Puyi, I think, from the Qing dynasty. Again, the dynamics of this painting is amazing because of the emperor who was treated unfairly, but he became bad anyway. It was well portrayed in the movie by Bernardo Bertolucci, I think. And for some reason, I can understand why he became bad, because how can a 2-3-year-old, after being removed from the family and being separated, the mother expected to be a good emperor? He was just too young anyway. So now back to the e-card. So you know my influence. So you know, because of that, you know where I'm coming from as far as the theme I present. I'll do this later. So the February one was easy because the theme is about heart, Valentine's Day. I did this on my iPhone and I was happy about it, but looking back now, I think I could have improved it better. The March one is about aquamarine. Again, back to gems. And for some reason, it was simple enough, but at least it depicted the March month, birthday month. Diamonds in April was more exciting because though diamonds are supposed to be lucky babies in April, the big automatic reaction I had was the James Bond film. And because of this, I found this invitation to a diamond party, I think, and they used James Bond too. And it was very appropriate because it fits with the pictures. And if you notice, I featured Chito as the James Bond of Class 74 anyway. So May is tough because it's emerald and flowers, and I keep changing the theme, but I was not so happy. But when I realized May attract flowers, attract butterflies, the next was a better presentation and it's still green that reflects emerald. Now, June is more pearls and rose. And of course, because it's Gemini, I was able to put two pictures for people who are Geminis and the single one who belongs to Cancer. Ed Osea, I could not find any pearl for Ed, but I was able to put a golf ball to feature Ed, so which fits the subtle presentation. I plan to do all the e-cards in each month, but I just didn't have time. And I like to eventually be able to present all the e-cards and the individual e-cards of that particular month. Ruby is I like this card because I found a good ruby that has a reflection like a mountain, because there are very few celebrants. I were able to put them together below. And because of the facet of the ruby, it gave me enough time to write the message, and of course the water lily. Again, this is the e-cards in individual month. Some of the month I was not able to add all the e-cards done by Rose, but I'm going to complete it eventually. Now in August is the year of, it's more peridot as the gem. What happened every month, ST has been very good to us from the team. ST will give us the symbolism of the month as far as the gem, the flower, the tree, and the sign. So it was easy for me to pick it up. So in this one, I prefer the poppy and then the different shades of peridot, which fits all the faces of our celebrants, and the background being a bit subtle, which is really good presentation. And again, this is the cards that was released on that particular month. And we try to include all the cards, even for celebrants who are not even reachable, because we want to cover everybody for the whole year. September was also, it's early fall, but it's sapphire. This card is a bit messy or crowded, but I actually like it because of the background in blue. And of course, the theme here is September being, we'll see you in September when summer is gone. So this becomes the theme of that particular month. And I actually like it because I was able to instant alpha all these leaves to fall on top of the sapphire stone. And this September is also interesting for me because I became obsessed about the specialization of the celebrant, that this is the month I use. We have 3 psychiatrists, Dulce, Tonette, and Linda, and I was doing the card in such a way that it would present their specialty. Amy is neonatology, Dennis Damaso is surgery, Richard Molina is in nephrology, and of course Herbert Barrios in ophthalmology. Some of the other cards are by ST, Rose, Beta, and Cheeto, but I should have more space eventually when I complete it. Then the October one, originally my plan was just the Libra to separate all the women and men in the scale, but then I realized there's at least 9 people who belongs to Scorpio, and so I have to change that again. And of course, the opal stone is featured on both, and I actually like this card. The October one is interesting because I tried to do the art logo style. This is when Art Deco, I should say. Art Deco is more the linear, straight lines and angular art in the, I think it's an extension of Art Nouveau. And I tried to do Art Deco in all the cards, particularly the card of Ato Reyes, Linda Roy, and the others. Even in Ato's card, I was quite subtle because I included the anolite and the nanotechnology that Ato was very keen about, you know. Now, November was tough because I was so determined I'll do an Art Nouveau in November. I repeated it every week and keep changing it from a vintage picture to instant alpha chrysanthemum, hoping that I will put the faces of our celebrants in its blank. But then I didn't like it. And then so I added citrine and topaz. I still didn't like it. I become preoccupied with the e-card. It affects your day. I even think about it in between patients. I carry it with me when I'm having coffee, and then sometimes it even manifests in my dreams. And for some reason, when you dream about an e-card, when you reach that REM phase of your dream, I guess, of your thinking, it becomes all or nothing. And so for some reason, the dreams help me actually to create and have more ideas about the card. Now, I was not happy, and then I found this Art Nouveau picture of chrysanthemum. I could have easily put all the faces around it, but I realized I need to cut it to divide it, create a symmetry, and then realize that Erte, the Russian French artist, also exhibited an Art Nouveau of all the alphabets. So I was able to put November, and this turned out to be quite a good card, I think, even though it's busy, because it's Art Nouveau from the beginning and the end. And then, of course, I maintained the Art Nouveau by using it borders in most of the e-cards I submitted. I like Jack Tan's e-card because Joseph sent me the pictures he had when he was a kid and when he was in pre-med. And somehow the picture turned out to be a good card. The December card is actually, this card was my inspiration for November. And I tried to do landscape. Again, I was not happy about it because the face is small, there's not enough stars. But when I put back to portrait, it became a better card to me, and as far as the faces of the celebrants. So really, and then to complete the 12, this was quick because Beta gave me all the pictures, and there were only 20 of us, I think. But I was doing it uh, everywhere, and then I realized it's 2021. The best way to present it is to do a 21, and there were 21 of us until we realized we missed June Bantayan, and so these are 22 celebrants in one card. And this is the representation of all the e-cards in 1 month. Yeah. Now, so to answer ST, it's really the techniques is the easier one. For all of us who would plan to do e-cards, we have our own unique style. Every style is good, and it's influenced by what we go through, antecedents, childhood, and even our personality, which affects our style in general. So in answer to ask this question, how did I come up with it? Really don't know. It's just a question of allowing yourself to create and do other stuff. So if we have time, I have very few cards that I really appreciate. Like with Luz Tacorda is the tapestry and presenting her pictures in with the birds. Virginia Poe worked in Malacanang, and I was able to get the picture of Malacanang at the back of the $20 bill. I like the addiction card of Nunette because of her specialty. Hermie is a surgeon. I used the pencil scalpel and lifted the message from the narrative book. So the narrative book is quite helpful because of the of the message that most of our classmates present. Adrian, Dan is a dermatologist. For some reason, the family picture helped me create that layer of the epidermis or the skin, and I really like this card, and I hope Dan really appreciated it. Uh, Chari is easy, you would think so, because she has so many pictures posted in our Viber. She's quite creative, and then but it turned out it was not an easy card. But I realized I found two pictures of Chari posing like a politician or probably a juggler, and I realized that I could present all her pictures or arts in the card. Tony's card is one of, it's not an Art Deco, but I found a book on Opus Dei, and it's actually the stairs. I love Tony's card because of his message that I got from the narrative, from the souvenir book. And if you have a chance to read it, please read it. And it's a beautiful message from Tony. Abe was very spiritual, religious. That could be my leaning, but I didn't know how to present it. I went to my laundry room and I found Norman Rockwell, and I said, "Oh, that's a good card for Abe," because it's pediatrician, and I was able to put her in the picture. And then this is a bit a surreal card. I mean, Chito Angeles lives in Victorville, is a small town before in California, close to Las Vegas. And there's a tiny historic museum there that I could find. So I included that. It's to me the most important part of that small town. And I inserted all the pictures. This is the only card that I struggle with what font to use. And I found this happy birthday in clouds or in smoke. And I decided that would be appropriate for him. And then before I could post this card, uh, Chito was already celebrating his birthday in heaven. So he died before I could post this card. So it was quite, I don't know what happened. Maybe some subconscious telling me that probably there's a connection. Why I had to change it 5 times, I don't even know. But I believe that there is some energy there. Now, after all the presentation I did, all the cards I made, less is more, less is beautiful. I still think this is one of the best card I made. I refuse to write any message. It's clean, it's white, and thank you, Tess Tomorrow. This is my favorite card. Thank you. I hope I didn't spend too much time. Thanks a lot.
Well, that was a great presentation, Dante. We appreciate your. Now we know where your artistry came from. And just a note, you don't walk too much on your Persian rugs. That costs a lot of investment right there. Okay, our next program
Thank
will be a video presentation by Beta Pair.
Any other comments for Dante's presentation? I just want to impart among the celebrants or the whole class that it's not really that easy to make an e-card. First is looking for a picture of a celebrant. And sometimes we have thousands of collections of pictures that we have to look at. And then we choose one from the so many pictures.
Dante, congratulations.
Thank you. I used to tell Beta it's very therapeutic for me. So I have some narcissistic gain out of it too. Thank you, guys.
We have actually discussed among the group whether we would continue with it because it takes a lot of time with the person doing the e-cards. But if you're retired, then you have nothing much to do, then you can do the e-card.
I think just a monthly card for all celebrants. I know how difficult it is to conceptualize and put it into, a real e-card. It's very difficult. Going through all the stories behind of Dante, wow, awesome. Monthly na lang. Kasi we have had all our e-cards na eh.
Actually, we decided last December that would be our last individual card. But then when January came, everybody did not follow that rule. So we started making our own e-cards for some of our classmates.
If there's one lost sheep who suddenly appears, then we make an e-card. But for those who have had e-cards already, wag na. Monthly na lang.
Our plan is monthly, but we can always revisit the old e-cards. So it's still appropriate. Yeah.
Next one is the video presentation by Beta Pe and Chito.
That's good.
Was- That was great. I know that there's a lot of efforts, blood, sweat, and tears to produce every little thing that we are seeing tonight. So we really have to commend all the hard work of, of the
So those were
series.
Beta's e-card,
That is Beta's
and I
production.
asked,
Yes,
yes, and I asked her to video out of it, so she gets the credit for all the e-cards that she made. Now there were some e-cards that were not included in her presentation, so that's what I'm presenting in my e-card. Some of them I borrowed from ST, from Rose, and also from Beta. So if you have no other questions, I'll share the next video. It's also about e-cards, but a different presentation. Mine is because I have thousands of pictures. My idea of doing e-cards is to share as many pictures I can show to the class. So that's why you see my e-cards are different from what Dante is showing, ST, and Rose.
we do appreciate your hard work. It's like you have the archives of the whole class picture. This might be in thousands, hundreds of thousands by now.
Hold on. Actually, I have about 5,000 pictures.
Wow.
Okay, ready?
How we look like during pre-med days with those long hairs and short uniforms. Okay, we have in our January celebrants, we have like 27 living and 7 who are celebrating their birthday in heaven. And I would like to mention the 7 of them who passed away, who are very, very close friends and classmates, because we were groupmates. Eric Francisco, Hector Hago Cajo, Kit Galvez, and the ever funny Nandi Del Mundo and Carlos Martin and Lourdes Cali. We always keep them in our prayers. Now we will have to get. Can I have my other co-moderators, Rose or Beta Pet, to give any comments, please?
Thank you, Dante, for the revelation. Thank you for the influence, and actually you influenced me a lot. There's so much exchanges between us, especially even the start of our sharing of this particular, art thing. When we started with Rose, Dante, and Chito, we started actually during the souvenir book preparation.
That's right.
Yeah. And so we try to learn how to do all these things, doing what do you call this? Yung instant alpha. Instant alpha was mentioned by Dante. That is erasing, for those who are not familiar with it, erasing the other backgrounds that you don't want. That's it. Okay, so we learn slowly. And thank you for Dante, really. I didn't know the influences that you had. It's a very nice thing. And Chito, we really appreciate so much the sharing of your treasure box. I called his collections of the pictures as his treasure box. He provided us with so many pictures. And of course, everyone is an inspiration to all of us. Rose?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
What more can I say after Beta and Dante? But actually, we had classes. We had classes. In order, for me, especially, I'm an amateur. I attended some of the lectures of the Dante and Beta and Chito. So that's why it is the R is last because I am the last to join the group. Anyway, I think everybody's invited. Also, of course, Dante, congratulations. Dito, this is a revelation. I did not know you have so much background to rely on as far as your inspiration is. But I think the best inspiration is the class itself because it seems to be acceptable to everyone. So, whatever is the decision, if we continue or just make the monthly group. Vilma.
Okay, Chito, we got to the video presentation of the birthday celebrants for Opel Cortez.
Video of Ophel. She sent me 20 pictures, and then I asked her to give a tape or a voicemail message corresponding to the different pictures. Wasn't that easy, but she was able to make all those. And I told her I'll be charging her $1 million for this and a 1-year supply of him.
Here with him.
This is her family.
Sama mo na rin 1-year supply Anulite.
First, Dante, you're exceedingly amazing. I take my hat off to you. I wish I have some kind of talent I can share, but unfortunately, I don't even know how to sing, nor dance, nor play the piano like ST, nor bake like Judy or Evelyn. So devoid of any talent, I thought it might be a good idea to just share with you or introduce to you my children, our grandchildren, our real bundles of joy, our real treasures. I'm married to Dr. Edward. We have 3 children, Kenneth, Ryan, and Charlene. They're all married, and we have 4 apos, all boys. Asher and Joaquin are both 6 years old. Austin is almost 2, and the youngest, Elian, is just a little over 1 year old. So here they are. Chito, thank you so much for this video. I'm Dr. Ofelia Tordesillas. I'm a pediatrician. I graduated from the UST College of Medicine in 1974, had my board exams in 1975, had my internship and pediatric residency training program at UPPGH, and in 1978, I started my private medical practice. So go figure it out. I've been in practice for the past 40 years. And I am already actually semi-retired. This picture was taken in 2019 at Ephesus, Turkey, where Ed and I visited what was believed to be the house where Mother Mary stayed before her assumption into heaven. This is Kenneth, our eldest son. Kenneth, with his wife, Jonah. Our local version of the Avengers, our local superheroes. Ryan, our second son, with Say, his wife. Our youngest daughter, or our youngest child and only daughter, Charlene, with husband Larry and firstborn Joaquin. Ryan and Say, with their kids, Asher and Austin. Joaquin loves putting things on his head like this pillow. Minsan, kaldero ang kanyang inilalagay at nakakatulog siya na may kaldero on his head. Joaquin on a bed of balls. We fondly call Joaquin as Don Joaquin, like when he struck this kind of pose. Joaquin with his fancy eyewear. Again, Joaquin, our little drummer boy. Baby Ilian, imitating his Kuya Joaquin with a fancy eyewear. Baby Ilian, again, playing in his little tunnel. Baby Ilian loves to frolic around with his favorite giraffe cape. Baby Eli going for the Siga look, but not quite achieving it. Asher as Captain America, one of his favorite superheroes. Bet on Your Baby. This was a Channel 2 game show that invited families with children between 2 and 3 years old, with children playing and unknowingly completing tasks on a giant playground. As a lola rooting for her apo, I had really great fun. Bet on your Again, this is Asher wearing the Jollibee uniform when he was invited to join the Jollibee Creative Program meant to develop social skills of young kids. He was given the Most Friendly Award. The Little Dancing Jollibee Manager. An adorable pose, and this without anybody coaching them by Joaquin and Asher as they tried to control their rowdy behavior during the baptism of Austin. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Chito, for all the efforts. Super thanks.
Well, probably you're surprised. I got a
Yeah. Yeah. All the additional clippings and
that came from him.
pleasantly surprising. I wonder where Jopes is. He should be here.
And then I got the video clip from the ABS.
Bet on Your Baby.
I looked for that was 3 years ago. I looked under Bet on Your Baby Tordesillas and I found that video clip.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Interesting. True indeed, our grandchildren are our greatest treasure. But Opel is just being very modest with her achievement. She is into wealth management. She is into this Philippine Chamber of scammers, with the flood victims. So, you have a lot of talents that you're just being very modest. We know that.
We know that. Yeah.
Okay, how about Miss Jose,
Okay.
another entrepreneur, businesswoman, and charitable chairman of the class? Go ahead, Chico.
This video was made by the daughter-in-law of Luz. Thank you for that video, Luz, for sharing it to us. And you see, both of them, Ophel and Luz, they really love their grandchildren. Notice that because they're also good friends. That's why they share each other love or passion for their family and their grandchildren.
And again, Luz has been very active in the UST Tulong Bayan that has helped a lot of providing supplies for the PPEs in various hospitals in Manila and the provinces. And we thank you for your great effort for that, Luz and Ophel as well.
Thank you very much too. Thank you for helping the Filipino people.
So just a quick question. How is the vaccination there in the Philippines, in Manila?
We have not started, but the LGUs are already asking for AstraZeneca because it's quite cheap. At the same time, there's some kind of problem with Sinovac, which is the China vaccine, because of the price. The government has published before that this is more than 3,000, but then when everybody was already questioning them, it went down to 600 or 700, but I don't know up to now how much. But according to the Chinese people that I know, there is a kind of the Sinovac, according to them, with the millions that they have vaccinated in China, they have not heard of any reactions among the Chinese. But I could not, I mean, I have some reservations on that because, you know, sometimes the Chinese, they do not tell us the truth. So, but as of now, we are doing with the LGUs AstraZeneca. The government has gone into a tripartite agreement. When you say it's a tripartite, it is the manufacturer, it is the government, and it is the private association. Now, like for example, with the Go Negosyo of Joey Concepcion, we, our clinic joined them to buy 5,000 vaccines for AstraZeneca. But then when the time came that we were supposed to pay already on the day, and they gave us the contract, we had to tell them that we are not joining, because in the contract, half will go to the government as your donation. Like for example, for us, we had 5,000, and then we will donate the 2,005. And then with the 2,005 that will be left, the government, the DOH, will be the one to tell us whom to vaccinate. So you could not vaccinate your people. You could not, they will still be the one to tell us. So on the same day, what I did was to tell them that we were not joined anymore. I canceled our contract. And I've heard also that there are other associations which had the same contracts.
It's a very big problem. We have to pray for our people, but we have
Yes.
to do something too.
Yes, that's
Not
true.
to mention the issues of corruption. Maybe we should ask Ato Reyes for his input on this.
I wish you would not have asked me to talk. Luz was very kind to give you the overall picture. Very soon I will come out again on national television, hopefully ANC 24/7, wherein our spouse, that we are not totally defenseless, even without vaccination, with my new hypothesis, wherein I am willing to stand by my reputation as a physician. Maybe after this, my license will be revoked, wherein I will propose a gradual reopening of everybody. I will propose a gradual going back to normalcy, provided that each and every Filipino is assured that his nasal-oral cavity is either eradicated of the virus or the viral inoculum has been substantially reduced, thereby creating a community term as the controlled herd immunity. Well, this is a very strong proposal that I would like, if the government is interested, I will sit in with them, and hopefully this might be a game changer. Napaka-ambisyoso, posibleng hindi totoo. But again, I'm willing to risk my name, my reputation on this hypothesis. Thank you.
Okay, wherever you are, send us a postcard. Okay. So we will have a rest director, our Diomedes Maturan June Polistico singer, official class balladeer.
Maligayang bati sa aking mga kamag-aral, lalong-lalo sa aking mga utol, Tol Eri, at kay Tol Del. Gayon din kay Dante, Jopi, Andoy, at sa aking asawa ng aking kaibigang na si Ed Tord, na si Ophel, at sa iba pang mga nagdiriwang ng kanyang karawan, sa buwan ng Enero. Ito po ang aking munting alay para sa inyo. May the good Lord bless and keep you, whether near or far away. May you find that long-awaited golden day today. May your troubles solve this small one, and your fortune 10 times 10. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May you walk with sunlight shining and a bluebird in every tree. May there be a silver lining out of every cloud you see. Fill your dreams with sweet tomorrow. Never mind what might have been. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. Happy New Year and happy birthday.
The next video was submitted to Chito only last night. It's a surprise video, hopefully. I twisted the arm of Andoy. He's expressing that he would like to Sana to be around, but then he has to do a surgery to a physician, to one of our colleagues. So instead, he sent a video of the family singing a medley by Barry Manilow.
Yeah, it's a medley of Barry Manilow and Andoy together with his two children. It's a trio. So the daughter is an endocrinologist. The son is, I think, thoracic surgeon.
I remember all my life raining down as cold as ice. Shadows of a man, a face through the window, crying in the night. The night goes into morning, just another day. Happy people pass my way. Looking in their eyes, I see a memory. I never realized how happy you made me, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy.
Even now, when there's someone else who cares, when there's someone home who's waiting just for me, even now I think about you as I'm climbing up the stairs, and I wonder what to do so she won't see. Even now, when I know it wasn't right, and I found a better life than what we had. Even now I wake up crying in the middle of the night, and I can't believe it still could hurt so bad. Even now when I have come so far, I wonder where you are. shining through. I swear I'll think of you. Oh God, I wish you knew. Even we had the right love at the wrong time. Guess I always knew inside I wouldn't have you for a long time. Those dreams of yours are shining on distant shores, and if they're calling you away, I have no right to make you stay. But somewhere down the road, our roads are gonna cross again. It doesn't really matter when, but somewhere down the road, I know that heart of yours will come to see that you belong with If I should love again, if I find someone new, it would be make-believe. For in my heart, it will be you. And though I hold her close and want her now and then, I'd still be loving you if I should love again. If I should love again.
Thank you very much, Andoy and family, Resty, for a beautiful rendition. Are we ready for the cake?
Magbublo ako. You see?
Yung mga cake.
Here,
Oh, wow, okay.
given by a very close family, good friend, BFF, classmate. Thank you very much. Happy birthday. Let us eat.
So we're going to sing together, yes?
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Everyone say happy
What kind of cake is that?
Strawberry.
Oven.
Purple oven. Yan. Yan. 1, 2, 3. I will blow now.
Make a wish.
Wish.
Thank you.
The next, another birthday celebrant for January, Ellen.
Good evening and good morning to my fellow Tomasians, class 74. My birthday will be on January 31, but I am blessed for I will have a special celebration today with my UST best friends forever. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this unique opportunity to be able to celebrate my birthday today in good health and happiness. I pray that you will continue to bestow blessings of health and joy, not only for myself, but also to my family and friends. Thank you to my UST friends for the care, prayers, and mentor you shared to me. Thank you so much to my anonymous friend who sent me a wonderful surprise cake today. Above your wishes, you are the best compliment of my life. Thank you for making my birthday so special and reminding me that so many wonderful people love and remember me. To my co-celebrants, I pray for many days like today for you, but I hope you know that more birthdays come with more wrinkles in your face. My co-celebrants, please join me in blowing the cake.
Wow.
Oh.
Blow. My co-celebrants, join me in blowing the cake.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday, everyone.
Thank you, Helen.
Ganda ng background mo, Helen. Ah?
Yes.
Nag-prepare. I-focus mo nga. Sino nandyan sa'yo? Kasama mo?
Wala. May online school si Elijah.
Oh,
Nasa taas si Elijah tsaka si Elaine.
Sino kasama mo dyan?
Si
Sino
Peng.
Si Peng. Kaya pala maganda kasi nandyan si Peng. Peng, by the way.
Supposedly may meeting siya. Sabi ko, please don't. Please assist me.
Ay, iba na pag ang mother-in-law magsasalita, no?
Sabi mo. Thank you very much, my dear friends.
Peng, for your information, Peng was the one who conceptualized, we just gave the idea, who made all our banners during our Sapphire reunion and also finalized our, ano ba yung tawag doon? Yung ating logo. Okay, so,
Oh, yeah.
siyempre, pressured ni Helen. Pressure niya sa son-in-law niya.
Pressure ng ninang niya.
Okay. So nice. Maganda yung background ng Helen. Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my anonymous sponsor of this cake. You know it. Who is that?
Baka si Beta lang yun eh.
Tingnan mo, ganda-ganda ng cake niya.
Ako man, I wish to say thank you to our anonymous birthday giver every month. Maraming salamat. We really appreciate and we're very grateful. And masarap. Sana lang we could have tasted all yung strawberry cake na to. Maraming salamat. Munti ko nang sabihin ng pangalan. Kung hindi, lahat mabibigyan niya. Kung 20 ang celebrant, padadala niya lahat yung 20. Kaya I don't want to tell the name. Baka mamaya mapasubo. Thank you very much. Thank you talaga.
Ellen, what is your cake? Luz has the strawberry cake. What do you have there?
Ellen, yung sa'yo?
Etong ano to, miring.
Miring.
Miring?
No. Ano ba to?
Okay, it's okay.
Purple oven din to eh. Purple oven.
Oh, purple oven. Now is the time for the other celebrants to give a little talk or say something who are present for today. Can we have Eri Vicencio and Maridel? Who else are here?
The 6 of them.
Eri, Maridel,
Ophel, Dante, Luz, and...
Okay. Should we start with Eric? He has been quiet all this time.
Okay. Well, anyway, first thing is it's nice seeing you all. Okay. And birthday greetings to all my co-celebrants. Special thank you to all the e-card committee members, BCDRS, right? Okay. And also to Chito. Gosh, Chito, really amazed what you do. Always doing exceptional professional photography and videos. Looks like you have a closet full of this memorabilia. Anyway, you're hired, Chito.
Thank you.
And also being very resourceful also in getting all these pictures and videos. Again, thanks for the invite on this Zoom meeting. And nice seeing you all. Thank you.
Eri, how did you celebrate this special day?
Well, just with the family because it's we are locked down here in California. So it's actually we really enjoy this lockdown. So some sort of a always quality time with the family.
Thank you, Eri. Can be Maridel.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my classmates, for taking the time to make this birthday very special. You're a special group of people. I'm very lucky to have you in my life. I feel so humble and blessed to celebrate another birthday. Much appreciation and thankfulness and love for all the wishes you sent me, those beautiful e-cards. Dante, the more I learn about you, the more I admire you. You're amazing. Thank you, Del, for the prayers. Thank you, ST, Beta, and Rose, for all the e-cards and all the things you do for the class. Thank you, Ophel and Luz, for the presentation. I wish I have grandchildren I can share, but probably I have some emergencies this month. I told Chito, probably one of these days I can swing. What can I do? Probably I can swing a trio with my two kids if I can pull them out and do some kind of trio presentation like the Lopez's. Thank you, Rusty, for the birthday greetings. Who else sang? And thank you. I wrote it and I cannot read my handwriting. Thank you, Luz and Helen, for the birthday cakes. You made it so special. I'm so thankful. I also thank God for the precious gift of life I have blessed me with. I want to thank God today and pray that we all be given with strength to push ahead with our lives and to fulfill the destiny God have placed in front of us. Especially Ato, who's doing a lot of things in the middle of the pandemic. I'm so proud of you. I want to thank God for the remarkable blessings and pray to continue to protect all of us, especially the class 74, and to bless us with a life of happiness, peace, and good health. I hardly cannot wait to see all of you in person. I'm looking forward for our next reunion. God bless of us and cheers to all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maridel. Can we hear now from
Oh,
Del?
thank you, Vilma, for being the MC. I'm so sorry. Thank you for emceeing this.
Okay, no problem. Maybe hear from Del.
Good morning. Magandang umaga, magandang gabi sa inyo dyan. Salamat sa Diyos, nandito pa tayo lahat. No? So I will resume praying again a memorare for the class 74. I've been doing this until about late 2019. Every day, I pray a memorare for the class and an extra prayers for those people whom I know are sick and having some circumstances in their life. So I will resume that again now that I'm retired from practice. So salamat sa lahat. But Dante is a real revelation. No? I posted that pwedeng Netflix original yung kanyang story and video. Ganda. it's really work of art. Last night we were watching this English travel blogger. Sino ito? Si Lindsay something. No? And she was the series on Silk Road. So yung kinuha ni Dante na Persian carpets, it's all there and that. So I really appreciated very much Dante's presentation. So salamat sa lahat at I'll continue praying again. And that's the only thing that I can do for the class. Thank you.
Can we hear again from the other celebrants, Luz, Helen, and we will reserve the best for the last with Dante. A few words from Luz, Helen.
Sa aking mga kaklase, we really appreciate what you're doing, especially Dante, Rose, Betha, Chito, with all the pictures for so many years. Chari, ST, sino pa ba yung kasama doon? Did I miss anybody? Maraming salamat. And I hope that with the work that Ato is doing, makatulong sa ating lahat. And also, the prayers that I send morning and evening, I hope that we will continue to be in solidarity together with everybody in spirituality. Maraming salamat. As I appreciate everything that you are doing, pasensya lang, sometimes I could not attend because of I'm still in active practice with our 2 clinics at nahihirapan ako talaga sometimes, especially ngayon Monday. But thank you so much talaga. Thank you, especially for those who are doing this. Vilma, thank you for what you're doing. All the attendees, Tony, Buzon, for the charity that you're doing. Ophel, kahit hindi nakikita, maraming salamat for what you are doing. We are together with the PCCI, and I know that the PCCI, you are doing a lot for our countrymen. Marami pong salamat.
But we say you lose. But we hear now from Helen and then Ophel and Dante. Yeah.
Ay, Vilma, nasabi ko na po kanina yung mga sinabi ko, may messages. Thank you for everyone. Lalo na po sa class 74.
Thank you, Helen. Can we hear from Ophel?
I say it best when I say nothing at all. Anyway, kidding aside, I would like to, of course, greet my birthday co-celebrants. Again, my super big thanks to Chito for the birthday video and the video you just put up again for tonight's presentation. Thank you, Dante, Betha, Rose, ST, and the rest of the eCard team for your very creative labor of love coming up with such amazing, beautiful eCards. It's just sad that Jopes is not here, but I would like to give a shout out to Joseph also. Thankful to him, he has proven himself to be very passionate advocate of things he believes in, promoting the best of health, live longer, live better, and also creating great wealth, particularly for our class 74. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank our class once again. We have nothing here at PCCI Taytay. We have nothing but gratitude for your gestures of generosity and kindness. This really has made a big difference in how successfully we have executed our relief operations. It has not ended. I mean, we're just done with the phase 1. We're still having to have more organizational meetings, another one this coming Wednesday, to talk about phase 2, which is creating livelihood programs for the poorest of the poor. Special thanks to BFF Mildred for minsan sabi niya sa akin, when you go out and meet those kids, kasi she really emphasized that yung kanyang donation should really be meant for the children of Taytay. And then she told me, please whisper in their ears for me how I love them. That really is a very heartwarming gesture from Mildred. So thank you so much. And moving forward, I pray that our good Lord will grant us the peace and strength as we walk each day of our lives. Thank you.
Okay, final word from Dante, and after Dante, anybody who wants to give a comment before our closing prayer?
I didn't feel I didn't feel I have to say more because I said so much already. My presentation was too long. But anyway, on behalf of the birthday celebrants, I can almost relate uh, with all of them how blessed we are for celebrating another birthday. I just want to thank how my contribution to the e-card started. So I have to thank Rose because Rose, for some reason, picked me as one of the members of the souvenir group. And then my group became quite close. We had a spin-off of doing really, I learned a lot. I have to say in the last 2 years, doing the narrative of the souvenir book and the e-cards, it was like continuous energy of what I can achieve, even though I always thought I have ASD. I thought I have autistic spectrum disorder of something because some of my stuff, my thinking are so weird. But for some reason, I didn't realize I can also do something that is relevant and hopefully interesting for some people. Thank you for all your best wishes for my birthday. And also, thank you for appreciating all the e-cards that we made. Salamat. Thanks. Merci beaucoup.
Salamat sa iyo too. Okay, anybody? We still have a few minutes left. Anybody among the audience who wants to give not a speech, a little word or so before we do our closing prayers? We are on time with our schedule. So anybody is open to give a comment.
Vilma, again to our birthday donor, maraming salamat because she gives cakes every month. So maraming salamat.
I think I know who she is.
Yeah,
Sabi ko
I
nga,
can make a guess.
Minsan lahat ng birthday celebrant madadala niya buwan-buwan eh. I cannot.
She is not here tonight. Kasi
I'm sorry, this is Rene. I just joined late. I got problems with the computer.
who is this?
Rene.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You give a few words.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I was late. I had problems and forgot my password and got kicked out of my computer and finally was able to get back in. So apologize and congrats to all celebrants, and hope to be able to join you more frequently. It's a pleasure to be with this group, and I enjoy very much our collaboration and keeping in touch with each other.
Okay, are we ready for Roy? And we would like to thank you too for your dedication for your hospital being designated as COVID-19 hospital and all the hard work you and your son and your staff are doing.
I was assigned to give this closing prayer, but we all know ending this activity must always be dedicated to God Almighty by expressing our heartfelt gratitude. In essence, I made a little prayer for this. Dearest Lord, we want to say thank you so much for the friends you have blessed us with. As the past 10 months have shown, it may not always be life that is without challenge, especially at this stage of our lives. But We are thankful that we have been molded into the persons that we are today. Please bless us with the strength and determination to always put our faith in you, regardless of the situation we find ourselves in. We feel very blessed to have such great people in our lives, especially our family members and our dear longtime friends. We pray that you give us the fortitude to force ahead in life and fulfill the ultimate destinies placed in front of us. Thank you for the wonderful friends, near and far, who always make birthdays extra special. To those who organize and prepare these monthly birthday celebrations, videos, especially Chito, Dante, Esti, Beta, and Rose, and Zoom get-togethers. God bless you all. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. God bless us all and ingat palagi pa rin tayo lahat. Thank you.
Thank you.
I thank you, Roy. Sorry.
And yet this concludes our program for tonight. Have a good night. Stay well, be safe.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Hey, when will I see you again? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bless everyone.
Happy birthday to all
Thank you.
celebrants.
Thank
Luz.
This is another beautiful and successful day. Thank you, everyone.
God bless everyone. Take care.